start to today's game. Let's head down to ice level and join that now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've not yet done so, please rise for the singing of our national anthem, and please remain standing for a tribute to our fallen by Master Sergeant Stephen Kozinski. Singing the national anthem today is United States Army veteran Sergeant Larry Joyner. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. And now, please welcome non-commissioned officer in charge, Master Sergeant Stephen Kozinski of the United States Marine Corps.
To be a member of the Armed Forces of the United States of America is to be a part of something that represents the best of our nation. It is to accept a way of life that embodies selfless service and to defend those who cannot defend themselves. To thrive in hardship, to march to the sound of the guns, and to ably shoulder the heritage created by those who have gone before us. Only a few Americans choose the dangerous and necessary work of fighting our nation's enemies. As a consequence of that choice, some have paid the ultimate price, joining the honor roll of heroes who built a noble legacy of our nation's finest. For those of us who carry on that legacy and live with freedom and liberty, it is our obligation to honor and to remember those brave individuals who gave their lives in service to this great nation. So today we gather in the shadows of greatness. Our fallen will always be a part of us and who we are. Those who have gone before will not become distant memories, but will forever and always live in our hearts. Let us pause for a moment of silence to honor, to remember, and to pay tribute to these brave individuals who have fought and fell in battle in defense of our liberties.
right, so very special ceremony here. Veterans Appreciation Day here at the Huntington Center. You can see a great ovation out of the crowd that is here today on this Sunday evening as we get ready for the Toledo Walleye to take on the South Carolina Stingrays. It's time now for the Keys to the Game, brought to you by Allstate Insurance. And it's
testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3 4. Oh, we're on. No, I'm sorry. Thanks, Matt. We're joined here. We're very happy to have two distinguished members of our military here on Military Appreciation Weekend. And we've had so many of these events throughout the weekend that we've been able to see on television. Guys, we're joined here once again by Sergeant Oates of the U.S. Marine Corps from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Sergeant, give us your thoughts on these ceremonies for Military Appreciation Weekend.
I'm very honored to do all ceremonies, especially locally in Toledo. I think it's a good thing to get the face of the military out into the open and have people see, who served the country, past and present.
And we're joined also by Sergeant First Class Brian from the U.S. Army from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And Sergeant First Class, tell us once again your thoughts now of these type of events and what it means for yourself.
These type of events are always good for the community, and it's always good for the soldiers because it's good for us to see all the support that we really do have, and so we can show how we really pay tribute to our fallen comrades.
Well, I know on behalf of all of us, we thank you so much for what you do. But if you wouldn't mind, Sergeant, please tell us a little bit about your current role as recruiters here. Tell us what your main role and responsibility is right now.
Our main role and responsibility is to find young men and women who can serve our country the best way possible.
Okay. Thank you. And then, Sergeant, we'd like to ask you one question here. I know as with a football background, we want to get your take on that first period hockey-wise from the Walleye.
It was a very, very extreme clash between South Carolina and Toledo.
And as a member of Charlotte, North Carolina, or a native of Charlotte, North Carolina, I hope you're still pulling for the Walleye.
I am. I'm still pulling for the Walleye. Hometown hero.
Well, Sergeant and Sergeant First Class Brian, I want to thank you so much for joining us here, but also for everything that you do for America. Once again, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And Matt, just an outstanding Military Appreciation Day. I'm going to throw this right back up to you.
all right. Thank you, Scott. And yes, many thanks to all those that have served past and present to help